my defense, the airlock wasn't working that good earlier. I guess it must have had something in it, probably clogged up a little bit with maybe a little bit of corrosion or something, because you get a lot of humidity. I did have that thing apart recently and serviced it, and the ports were clogged when I opened it up. Did my service to it, but that's been well over 6 months ago, so in that aspect, let me figure out how to hold that. So, how am I going to hold these? I could probably put some parallels in there and just grab it. There's a small flat spot. Well, it's not perfectly flat. Usually I have a headphone or something in, but I don't right now. Now, as to avoid damaging my parallels, we're going to take and push them out. Lock this down good. Yep, gotta turn the power back on. This machine is 3-phase. I have an inverter. Without the inverter, it won't work. Perfectly center? No. Is it fine for what it is? Oh yeah. stuff back onto here, and the switch here, so on and so forth. And I could use the feed worm system that's on this, so that it could drill for me, but that works just fine. Got just enough weight to drill nice and slow. I mean, to the flats, they're almost identical, so it wasn't bad for just some rough holes. Kind of eyeball measurements. Eyeball, not fully eyeball, but kind of eyeball. Get a countersink. Give these a quick countersink. If everybody doesn't know what a countersink is, this is a countersink. Come in a multiple variety, different sizes, shapes, different flutes on them. What that thing does is takes this hard edge, right, and it breaks the edge. This one's at a 45-degree angle. See how it makes a nice little bevel on that? Clean, smooth. Do the inside hole, but do all the outside holes. There's the basis of our puller tool. So, let's get a couple of bolts. Drop a couple bolts in here. Eyeball it. some Alex Steel while I find some bolts. You don't want to watch me do all that. Actually, it went super easy. I looked in my bin and came right across the bolts first thing. I don't know if they're long enough. Oh, they're perfect. One has more thread than the other. It's probably because it's a little shorter. Doesn't really matter. I only need it to open up about this far anyway for what I'm doing. Meet up at a perfect point too. See how nice that point is off the square. But damn, damn close. Awesome. Now I need a 1/2 inch bolt. Oh, got a massive mash in the threads. That means it's soft. Which soft is fine. The bolt will get destroyed before this does. But next problem being, I need to thread down far enough to work. As you can tell, it's only got 1.25 inches of threads on it. 1 3/8 inches at max, but to usable threads, it's 1.25 inches. We need to do something about that. What would be the best thing to do about that? Correct. That would be to put it in the lathe, drill the center, slide it out, grab it in the chuck here, put a live center in it, spin it, take a little bit off this diameter till it is similar diameter to the outside of this thread pitch, and then just run a die down it. That would work just fine. Don't like they have to be perfect threads. Again, I'm pulling a windshield wiper off. I don't even know how much battery I got on the camera. Let's figure that out. There we go. Drop a little lube on that. We're going to use the lathe. What we're going to do is we're going to stick the shank of the bolt in the chuck back here, as so. We'll put a center drill in this, so we can put a nice center hole in that. And we'll come out and we'll grab it by the head of the bolt in the chuck, as so. And take this live center. We'll put this live center tool in the tailstock here. We'll come in with a carbide cutter, and we'll cut this shank back, X amount, whatever the case may be. And we'll come over here, we'll dig around through here and find a 1/2 by 13 die, which I'm kind of questioning as to if I even have one in here, because a lot of this stuff, this jar is metric. There's not very much standard in here, which could potentially be a problem. There's a 12mm. Well, I guess before we go too crazy machining down a bolt and doing all that, yeah, might be a problem. Metric, that's a 18 mil anyway. 14 mil. Pretty close to 13. Be a little wrong though, obviously, because it's metric. There's a 15 mil. Yeah. I don't have much for standard in here as far as this goes. 1.5. Metric, 14 mil. It's a 1/2 13. It's an oldie though. I don't know if it's sharp enough to do what we want it to do or not. But here's the tap handle for this oldie, so. How it goes, I guess. Set up, center drill, so on and so forth. Let my screen close, so just go back where I was in my video. What's the lid on my acid container here? Oh shit. Yeah, so many videos. Total inspiration. That's part of the reason I'm doing YouTube videos. You hook up 3-phase, hook up the power to this, and you get in here and clean this thing. I hate all this dust. Luckily it's well oiled underneath all this dust. Usually I clamp it above the lathe. But I don't know where it's at right now. Couldn't find it the other day when I wanted it. I seem to have misplaced it in some kind of way. Don't know where, but misplaced it. That's nice, alright. Center drill. I believe I have one right here. Alright, go off of that. Make sure both sides are fairly sharp. One side's toasted, one side's sharp. Alright, let's go off of that.